Hey guys, just doing a quick little video just to show off the Buttkicker setup and a bit of my own setup. And yeah, J Smith was asking sort of what sort of noise levels this thing sort of puts out. So there it is there, bolted to my chair. That's just using just L brackets from Bunnings. Just managed to drill through and sort of lined up okay, just using some nuts and washers just to keep it in place. It's pretty solid. So that's just 14 gauge speaker wire going into the terminals there, and just running that along from the chair just over to my server rack, which I've got the amp just sitting here. It's currently turned off. It is actually quite loud. I think it's just mainly the fans. They go pretty high speed, high RPM, and they're pretty damn loud. I'll turn it on, but generally just sort of listen to the ambient noise and how much of a difference it is once it's actually turned on. Alright, turn it on now. Alright, so that's on. Yeah, she loud. I guess I'll just play some music to start with. So that's hooked up to my DAC. It just runs some RCA cables over the back there, over to my DAC, which I've got sitting here. So it's actually pretty handy because I've got the power level set on the amp over there, so I don't really need to touch it once it's set. If I want to adjust the levels, I just use the DAC here. I can just turn it up and down. So I'll just play some music now, and then you can I'll play it without too much of the actual music, just so you can hear the Buttkicker. I'll just adjust it. So the sound you're hearing is actually the Buttkicker itself, so you can actually hear sort of the higher frequencies. So it is pretty much a speaker. It's just that it's got a metal piston in the center there. So that's pretty loud for the setting that I've got it on. That's actually a little bit too loud to what I usually use. Good old Virpil throttle there. And crosswinds. X55 and Body Fox Stream Deck Cougar MFDs. That's a Annie Pro. Tiny keyboard. But what I'll do, so I'm not too sure how well this is going to come through. Actually, you might be able to pick that up with shutter speed. Just seeing if you can actually see it vibrate. Probably not. I'll check it in a bit. But I mean, you put that on max volume, you're not really going to hear it from the room over. I've got it on foam matting just to sort of help a little bit, but it's not really required. You probably could get something to dampen the vibrations a bit, and sort of keep it isolated. But I mean, it's all vibration, it's not pushing air around, so it's not gonna travel very far unless there's someone underneath you. And then that's gonna really annoy them. So that's just regular music. Now I'll show you the real test. So this is a tone generator, and that's the amp fan that's being a bit weird. Shut up. I may even need to replace that fan. So anyway, tone generator. You pretty much select the tone to play, and this pretty much turns it into a washing machine. I'm just going to turn it down really low because this does get quite intense. So I'm just going to start at 5 Hertz. I think it sort of picks up frequency at 4 Hertz. The amp's rated for 10 Hertz. You want like a really low frequency response for the amp with these, because yeah, that's where you're gonna get most of your bang for your buck. So that's on the DAC, probably not. That's overdriving it at 5 Hertz. And that's sort of just on the edge there. Just going to increase the volume. So as I go up, it'll increase the frequency. That's getting pretty intense. So that's 12 Hertz. So let's see if we can bring that down. It's on there pretty solid. Alright. So there's a point where you get up to about 20 Hertz, and then it'll sort of gets in this weird state where it almost seems like the power level goes up and then all of a sudden it drops a bit. So I may actually need to turn this down as I step it up, because it will. I have actually overrun it once, but if you see the that's the amp showing how much power it's or what it's peaking at. But as I go up, so now it's like a washing machine. And now it starts getting a bit scary. That's 17 Hertz. Alright, so it's sort of past that point where it, I don't know what it does, but it's as if the grease just starts working and it gets a lot smoother. So let's step it up from 17 Hertz. Actually, I'll increase power a little bit. Oh. So shutter speed. So I pretty much can't feel anything now. It's just, you can hear the sound, but it's rated up to 200 hertz, and I can sort of feel stuff from about 250 down to 5 hertz. But it gets pretty intense down here. So yeah, it's a pretty good product. I'd recommend. And yeah, that's my setup and my noisy amp, which I'm gonna have to try and do something about that fan. And yeah, just before I go, to show the other thing I put in the other week. Yeah, sit-stand desks are pretty cool. Anyway, hope this was helpful and sort of showed you around a bit of my setup. Any questions, just let us know. I can shoot more stuff later, or show you on a live stream. So that's where my camera is mounted to the ceiling, so when I'm streaming, that's what you see. Anyway, see ya.